in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Here's Thompson on the return. Oh, a nice spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's a carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Williams. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace.
Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Green 90.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
Now that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game. The way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Dustin Colquitt on the punt. We'll likely see brother Britton on the other side get a chance later. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Over! Here we go!
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle? With pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gone! Here we go now. Blue 90!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Taking it about the 16. So dangerous with the football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Mahomes now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, here's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Myles Garrett in there to drop him. And he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Mayfield on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run with Chubb. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They had it first and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to. But
well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
All right, here we go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Green.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Okafor. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Mahomes to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Howard Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Mayfield to throw it. And Callaway taking it in left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Set. 3-19.
From the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joe Schobert. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And his kick is good. He got every... Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. Here comes Johnson on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Second down, Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
That was a pretty favorite.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, it's a wobbler here. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Again, it's Williams. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First down, a run with Hyde. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A run for Nick Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run it again with Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And the Browns getting set to go. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
39!
Mayfield looks to throw. That's in Njoku over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. 2
yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. 3-19! To throw, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Thompson to return it. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Caught out left side by Robinson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former 1st-round pick, Demarius Randall, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 65 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for the rookie Baker Mayfield. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here's Thompson on the return. Uses the spin. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Darren Lee there to get him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Detroit! Detroit!
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Mahomes to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins. tight end in the direction they wanted to run the football. If they do that,